And both you and I shouldn't be too shy by letting go for once. Come and be free with me.
Cottonwood Camp is a fly fishing camp located near the banks of Montana's Bighorn River. It's here that we learned about a great organization called Project Healing Waters, which helps our wounded military veterans heal from PTSD and other injuries through fly fishing and the camaraderie they build with each other. It's here at Cottonwood Camp that we had the opportunity to talk with a group of veterans from Project Healing Waters and learn more about them and how the organization has helped them. Today, we'd like to take this opportunity to share their stories with you and hear firsthand from some of the program's participants how this organization has helped them.
Alright, any day.
Serious?
We'll break the ice. Just keep going there.
You ready?
Well, you don't want to.
Yeah.
No, don't put that on.
No.
Well, so whoever we heard about Project Healing Waters, but just somebody to tell us what it's all about, how the organization works, what it does for you.
I can't remember all the statistics about it. When it started, a guy named Ed Nicholson, I believe, started it in Walter Reed Hospital. Somebody was having some troubles dealing with PTSD and other stuff, and he asked the guy if he wanted to learn how to fly fish, and next thing you know, Project Healing Waters comes out of it.
Oh, super.
It's been going on for just over 10 years now.
Yeah, and also I think President Bush did it. George Walker, he was something in the paper about that he started it up, make sure so the people that came home were, with problems to
Trying to adjust,
to
adjust to civilian life.
Mm-hmm.
And people were having a lot of trouble with it. And this is just a way of getting out with fellow veterans and the camaraderie when you're in the stream, knowing that the guy right there with you has been there, done that same thing you've done, and you want to talk to somebody, you can talk, and it's just a great thing. But it's here, Project Healing Waters is we're worldwide now. We've got chapters in every country.
Oh, nice.
And it's all over the world. And right here in the United States, I don't know how many chapters we've got.
Well, in New Jersey we have three.
Three, yeah.
Three chapters in New Jersey.
There's
I think we have
4?
at least, I think we have 6 now.
6 in West Virginia?
Mm-hmm.
So
And the bottom line is we've just had 3 days of relaxation and concentrating on fishing,
Mm-hmm.
where nothing else enters the picture.
Yeah.
You're with your comrades,
Yeah.
and you're out on the water, and you're relaxed, and you're concentrating on catching a fish.
That's the big thing. When you're fly fishing, you concentrate on what you're doing.
Doing.
So anything else that might be bothering you, that's out of your head because you're right there. You're looking at what you're doing. You're not thinking about anything else.
Until we come along.
Start asking questions.
What?
you've been in Project Healing Waters since 2011?
Yeah, I've been doing trips since 2011.
Yeah, so he's the man you want to ask. He'll tell you anything you want to know about. I've only been in it for 4 years. So 4 years ago, I never fly fished before in my life.
Wow.
And now I've fly fished in Alaska, Florida, California, Montana. By the way, I've been here all week and I haven't caught a fish.
They're shy up here.
And,
Shy.
Well, no, I'm telling you that because I enjoy fly fishing so much. I get cared less if I caught a fish or not.
Right.
I just enjoy playing with the rod,
Giving me a hard
going,
time.
getting the action, land, just sitting in there. This is the first time I've ever done a float trip. Where you just sit in a boat. Somebody else has to worry about where the boat's going. I can concentrate strictly on fly fishing. I still didn't get a fish, but I had fun every day. I've enjoyed it, and I hope I get invited back.
Right.
I hope I get a chance to come back and fish are biting. But even if they aren't biting, I'll still come back because I
I
enjoy
thought
it.
this morning the boats were going to go to Wyoming.
Well, they took you up to the lake way up there today,
Yeah, I
didn't they?
went to the lake today.
And
That was beautiful
And
lake.
the wind
Oh,
blew,
yes.
and the wind blew towards Wyoming.
It's a good thing we didn't have a sailboat.
We would have been
we almost did.
We set some records on that lake if we'd had a sail
Oh, definitely.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
He kept standing up every time the
Me?
guy says, "You sit down here like a human cell."
Yeah, you brought that up to him. Like, oh, I should probably sit down, shouldn't
Yeah.
I?
So you could roll a little easier. I'm standing up trying to fish, and the wind's blowing me back, and he's trying to take us forward. I should probably sit down and not be a human cell.
They're young kids. It's good for them. A little hard work. Never hurt them.
You know,
There you go,
I
guys.
tell you what, poor Tyler was trying to row across the lake,
yeah.
and then down the river. He had his workout today. I mean, he's gonna go home.
He earned his money.
Yeah.
today.
Well,
It
he's
smelled like Bengay tonight.
he's the youngest of all of them, so he can take it. He's
But
he's a whopping what 22 years old.
Something like that.
oh boy, yeah.
Yeah, but he's the one that's been here for 4 years, so he's been here the longest of all of them.
No, Halston has. Tyler hasn't, has he?
Yeah.
Oh, Tyler. I'm sorry, yes.
You said the youngest one here. I thought you were talking about me. They said you can stay in the top bunk. The first time I got off the top bunk, I fell.
Oh no!
Well, imagine if one of us fell, we would have broken a hip. But again, you know, I got involved in my Vietnam Veterans Association. They have a fishing program. I was with them. And then when the Jersey Shore healing water started, I moved over there. And it's great. I mean, every first Sunday of the month, we know you're there for these kind of trips. And so it's something to look forward to. Yeah, it really is.
That's now. Do they? Is it a nonprofit where they have people donate to help fund everything, or?
You
Yeah,
say you
absolutely.
can donate to
Yes.
that. They ask for donations because, but the government does subsidize
Oh,
from the
good.
VA,
Yeah, they don't.
and
They don't ask the veterans for money.
National organization raises money, and that's what pays for these guys. I'm on the expense account. I pay all the bills and then file for the reimbursement on it. And they they got somebody with very deep pockets build a lodge up on the Bighorn River strictly for these guys, and they're bringing 180 guys a year in.
Oh my God.
Guys and women. I
Is
did a
that going
trip
to be near you?
3 weeks ago up at Forester, up the road.
Just a minute.
We had 2 women on that trip, 2 women veterans.
So if there's somebody out there who feels like this type of program would benefit them, somebody who's been in the military and sees
Well,
this and says, "Hey, that sounds fantastic." How do
Anybody who's a disabled veteran or a disabled serviceman, a lot of servicemen are still awaiting discharges in their medical units, and anybody's disability, either active duty or VA disabled, but is eligible for the program. So.
how do they get involved? Is there a certain is there a point of contact, or do they go through
Well,
like
there's
a local?
website, and there's 100. I think there's close to 200 programs throughout the country, and the website has all the programs on it.
Okay,
There's
what's
one in Bozeman here. There's one in Helena. I think they're the only 2 in Montana. I don't think Billings has one.
do you know what the website is?
Yeah, projecthealingwater.org.
.org. Okay,
Yeah.
we'll put that on the
Yeah.
video description, and we'll put it right there on the screen so people have that if they want to get involved.
Yeah. And I guess we probably got about 8,000 participants across country. And the national trips they pick people from these local programs go on national trips. The local programs teach them fly tying, they teach them casting, and they teach them rod building. And they take them on day trips. Like I just took 3 people on a day trip out of Bozeman last Saturday on a day trip, or Sunday on a day trip to Willow Creek.
And then this trip here would be considered a national.
These are national trips. Basically, we provide housing, we provide meals, and we provide guides for the people. A lot of the guides that work for me are not licensed guides, they're just volunteers, and the Board of Outfitters lets me use non-licensed people as long as they're not paid. It's a pretty good program.
Sounds fantastic.
yeah, to a veteran like me, which with PTSD, when you get doing these things, or if you're meeting on your we meet two nights a month, and we do things, and you just focus on how to do things, or how to build the flies, or make them and build the rods. I already built 2 of them. So but especially when you went today in the water, it just, you're in another world. You're not thinking of the bad stuff, nightmares and stuff. You're just thinking of that, and it relaxes you.
Yeah.
Plus, you meet other veterans that you never knew, so, and I do feel more comfortable with veterans than I do with outsiders.
Sure. Well, you all have a shared experience. They're shared, yeah.
Hey, the three of us were up talking until how late last night?
Oh,
They went to bed, we were
They
still
went-
talking, it would be 7 o'clock.
Yeah, we were still talking.
Yeah, so we talked quite a bit last night. And again, it's like a younger veteran can maybe get some advice or some information to help him in the future, because we've been through a lot of this stuff. We've been through the paperwork, we've been through the VA mill, and we know a little bit more about, what is available to younger veterans.
Would you say that things are getting better as far as helping our veterans, or have you seen, in your experience, are they starting to make improvements?
In my experience, it depends on the state.
Yeah.
And certain states are known for having terrible systems. New Jersey happens to have a very good system, which is unusual for our state, because that's about the only thing we do well. Please cut that. But seriously, I don't have a complaint about the VA in New Jersey. They're there, they help me, but I've heard from friends in Massachusetts that it's a difficult process. They don't want to help you. You're just a number to them. Here and where people I go to, they couldn't be nicer.
Well, they're understaffed and they're overworked.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing.
And also, veterans have to realize that the VA is there to help you, but you have to help yourself.
Yeah.
When you have an appointment, for God's sakes, make the appointment. Don't just say, well, I'll do it later. Because later, it might be too late.
Right.
If you do your part, the VA is a good deal. The VA will work with you. But you have to work with them also. A lot of people want to blame the VA, and when you get down to brass tacks, you find out it wasn't all the VA's fault. Sometimes it is. I've had a couple issues with people in the VA. One of those people are no longer there. And just...
Yeah, Montana only has one VA hospital. Each Billings has a clinic, Bozeman has a clinic, and most of your major cities have clinics, but they're pretty basic. I think the Bozeman clinic, I don't even know if there's a physician there. There's a nurse practitioner that I see, but it's fairly basic. You can get lab work done, and you can get one for the cold or a flu shot. But anything major, you have to go to Helena, which is that's the only VA hospital in the state. It's a little tough, people live, maybe 200 miles from Helena.
Right. Yeah, it's a big state if you live out towards
Glasgow
or...
and everything.
But, like he said, if the veteran really needs care and is dependent upon the VA to give it to him, he ought to live somewhere close to the VA hospital. You can't expect the government to truck you 200 miles every time you have to go to the hospital for an appointment.
But they do have travel pay.
Yeah.
If you have to drive, I think,
No,
what is
pay,
it, within
yeah.
40 miles, 45 miles?
40 something miles. Yeah.
They will reimburse you 50 cents, 55 cents a mile, something like that. So they're helping you to get there. A lot of your cities will furnish buses. They furnish their own buses. DAV, Disabled American Veterans Organization, they have vans that go to and from the hospitals. They might check your local DAV or your VFW. In the local towns, you can check with them, and a lot of times they'll get you to the hospital. Sometimes they have volunteers who will drive you there.
Yeah.
People like myself who are military retirees, I've got Medicare and TRICARE. I don't need the VA to. So military retirees, a lot of them don't use the VA at all, simply because we have medical benefits as retirees. So,
Right.
even though we're eligible for VA care, it's easier to just go to the doctor and go under your military medical, retiree medical program.
Sure.
But as he was saying, the appointments, they work like I live in Jersey, but in round trip is about 45 miles to Philadelphia to the hospital. And what they do is, if you don't cancel that appointment enough time to there, you don't show up, you are put your name goes back in the list. So next time, like you said, we got appointment, go. And that, you know, and another thing I found out too, that, excuse me, if you don't like the doctor you have, you can request one you can talk to better. See, some doctors don't have a good bedside manner.
Yeah.
So you can do that, you know, and shop around, not shop around, but I say that. And same thing with the clinics, you know, they're pretty good. When I have one about 12 minutes from my house. So they're very good. But I noticed now since they're starting to, if you didn't want to help the vet, they're not working anymore. Since the law was passed, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So now they're saying good morning, how are you? You know, before you could stand there, check in the kiosk machine, and then they don't care. They just I said, did my paper come through because you got to check in? They look at you and I got something else to do, or they give you an excuse.
Mm-hmm.
So.
My mom works at the VA in Beckley, the one I go to, in an optical shop, and she usually knows what's going on there. Their problem is keeping doctors, and if you go to the emergency room, sometimes the doctors volunteer from other places, and they're glad to meet veterans and help you out because you fought for the country. And some of the doctors, they don't want to talk to you; they just say what's wrong, and right off with whatever they think you need.
Mm-hmm.
And you're talking about the appointments. Sometimes you'll make an appointment, it'll be 3 months away.
Yeah.
And if you're going to miss it, they want you to give them at least 24 hours notice. So if somebody else, can get there when you can, they can get that appointment.
Yeah, they have a standby list. If you cancel it, I'm not gonna be able to make my appointment. Today's Monday, and I'm not gonna be able to make my appointment Thursday. Something else come up.
Right.
So you get a standby list. Don't call them people and say, we have an opening just now for Thursday, can you make it?
Right, yeah.
And they'll work in that way. It's like I said, you have to work with them.
Yeah.
They can't do it all.
No.
And these VA clinics that have opened up have really taken a lot off the hospitals themselves. So,
Yeah.
I mean, you can go there and get your blood pressure checked. You can call them if you have some kind of a medical emergency, and they can come and talk to you, or they can tell you to come on over, we'll work with you, we'll try to get you in, or maybe you need to go to your local doctor real quick. And the VA will cover that, but you gotta get pre-authorized first.
Yeah.
But that's what these clinics do.
Mm-hmm.
I volunteered there one summer, mostly making phone calls and reminding people that they had appointments. And before you become a volunteer, they make you watch some videos. They say, this might seem like an old grumpy man that doesn't want to talk to anybody, but that might be because of what he's went through, and that's changed him in the way he feels now. And he's just a completely different person. And I've met some other veterans they're like mean old people, but it's not their fault. They're not just that way. It's because of some of the things they've been through.
Sure. All right, now I'm going to stir up some real controversy here. What branch of the military were you in?
Marine Corps.
Army.
Army?
Navy.
It's Army.
And so how much good-natured...
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
How long was I in?
No, how much
How much
truth in between
how much-
military services?
how much crap do you give each other?
How long have we been off the water?
I don't know. I just got some when you walked in the door. I was in the middle of getting something.
Understand one thing, we can kid each other, but
Yeah.
nobody on the outside can mess with anyone.
No,
Right.
It's off limits.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like he's the Navy. Marine Corps is the Department of the Navy.
Yeah.
The Men's Department.
And see, the Marine
All right.
We don't want to take up too much of your time.
Well, I'm retired.
I'm retired.
We got no place to go but home to work.
So if we can start with your name.
Steve Dunsel, Wheeling, West Virginia, United States Marine Corps, 66 to 1970.
Ken Gervis, Eatontown, New Jersey. I was in the United States Army from 1968 to 1970.
Alex Swinkoff, New Jersey, Navy, 65 to 69, back in 74 to 85.
Didn't get enough the first time around, huh?
No, I missed it. Would you believe it? I missed it. And you got, you know.
Tells you how easy the Navy's got it.
Jonathan Brown, United States Army, 2002 to 2004.
Bob Fry, United States Army, 1965 to 1973, 1977 to 1981, and 1981 to 2003 in the Army Reserves.
Boy, you really had it bad, didn't you? We would like to extend our thanks to this great group of gentlemen for spending the time to share their stories with us. If you would like more information about Project Healing Waters or would like to get involved with the organization, visit their website at www.projecthealingwaters.org. Thanks for watching, and join us next time when we visit Little Bighorn and watch a reenactment of Custer's last stand at the Battle of Little Bighorn.